Welcome to Toffee TV. This is my 3 talking points from Everton to Leicester City 1. Talking point number 1. Michael Keane isn't shit. There you go. A lot of people loved, well, not a lot. Some people loved to jump on that bandwagon and tell you that he's not very good and he's this and he's that. I've even seen a couple of people tonight saying he didn't have a good game. That to me is just when your mind is made up on a player and you just won't give him any credit. And don't be looking there saying, like me with Cuckoo Martina, who I thought had a good game tonight. But anyway, back to Michael Keane. I thought he was excellent tonight. Kept Jamie Vardy very, very quiet. Got his head in the way. Sometimes it does bounce off his head at angles. But I thought he was solid defender. Really, really well for us. Had an assist for the second goal. I thought he got important blocks. And I thought he's decent on the ball, actually, Michael Keane, as well. His passing isn't too bad at all, but I think first and foremost, just get back to defending. I mean, he was excellent for Burnley last season. He was in the England squad. United and Liverpool wanted him, and a lot of people have looked at him. And you don't become a bad player overnight, you know. And I thought he started the season quite well for Everton, and then he got a bad injury. You know, got infected. He played through that, and it probably knocked his confidence a bit. The team was poor. He come back in. The injury. Split again on his foot, you know, basically playing with a hole in his foot in an Everton team that was poor, you know, and I think confidence was shot, but slowly but surely I think he'll build that confidence back up. And I think if he just sticks to defending, i.e. just kicking it away, he'll do a good job for us. So, you know, I was really, really pleased to see Michael Keane have a good game tonight, and I think he can do us a really good job. I think once he settles down, if we get a solid back four, I mean, having Seamus Coleman on the outside of him really helped as well. Coleman, we'll talk about him in a minute. But Michael Keane, I thought, had a very, very good game. And for some people, just credit where credit's due. You know, he's not a bad player at all. And, you know, I hope that just gives him that little bit of confidence. Now, he's played in an Everton side that have won tonight. That'll give him that little feeling of, you know, confidence going into Saturday. And it's a case now, you know, we don't want to be chopping and changing too much. Yes, Mangala coming in will give us an option once that's sorted, and obviously Ashley Williams is there, Mason Holgate. But for Michael Keane, he needs to nail that position down for me, and he'll do it by playing the way he did tonight. Second thing is Theo Walcott is just a big boss. Came in against West Bromwich Albion, had one training session, had an assist in that game, but you could quite clearly see that he wasn't on the same wavelength as anybody else. He was coming short. The players didn't know his game. He was on the periphery, although he worked quite hard in that game. But tonight, seeing the fact that he's had, you know, you could tell he's had over a week's training with the players again. Link-up play with Seamus Coleman was fantastic. There was one early on, a lovely little move that we almost got in. He got Seamus in and the cross was blocked, and then Theo got in and that was blocked. But he's come up big with 2 big goals for us tonight. And I was really impressed with his finishing. We should know that anyway from his time at Arsenal. He scored 108 goals for Arsenal, 1 in 3 or 1 in 4. Scored a lot of goals and a lot of assists. But what really impressed me tonight was his work rate. Absolutely brilliant. You know what? He set an example from the front. I think that in general, Everton's work rate was much, much better tonight. But Theo from the front pressed fast. Other players done it. He chased back, he put tackles in, got a couple of whacks, dusted himself down, carried on. You know, and he's been the match winner for us tonight, and that the love from the fans to him will really help. I think, you know, at Arsenal he was always the next big thing, and, you know, the new Thierry Henry, or he's playing in a team where there's a lot of other stars, shall we say, and he just becomes sub, or, you know, can Theo do it regularly, whatever. I think he's come here, he's at an age now, 28, he's really got to nail that down. There's a World Cup place up for grabs if he can hit the ground running. And I think he's feeling the love from the Evertonians, and the likes of Sam Allardyce, you know, looking at him and saying, look, you've got to be our talisman. We're looking to you to do things. We're looking to you to create or to score goals. We need you to do that. Because you're a big, big player for us. You're not one of 6 or 7, 8 or 9 big players like you had that maybe at Arsenal, you know, different permutations, playing with the Sanchez's and the Ozils and the Giroud and Lacazette, you know, and in the past the Van Persies and all of those kind of players. playing in an Everton side where people are looking to you. Yes, there's Rooney, yes, there's Sigurdsson, but it's you who we're looking for, you know. And I think he'll take that mantle and take it on. It looked like it tonight. He worked so hard for the cause, and him and Coleman down the right looked a real threat. It looked like a partnership that could really develop. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. I thought he was magnificent. He was my man of the match. Seamus ran him really close, but for me, Theo Walcott was man of the match tonight, scoring the 2 goals and just putting in that kind of display. And third and final talking point, Seamus Coleman. Is the man human? I know Ped's done a thing and said he's not human. That to me tonight was just an incredible display from someone playing his first Premier League game for 10 months, coming back in, and he played 60 minutes, was it, something, in the 23s. Okay, he's trained and he's done bits and pieces behind the scenes. He's been trained for a while, but to go into a Premier League game which is fast and frenetic, and to play the way he did, particularly in the second half. First half he was good, don't get me wrong. Second half, a couple of those long busting runs. The one in the 93rd minute when his legs just went to jelly at the end, and I don't blame him, was incredible. He'd done one where he'd flicked it over someone's head twice and put a cross in that Schmeichel gathered. He'd had the worst attempt at bending it with his right foot outside of his right foot I've ever seen. Hit it straight. But he made that himself. Just fantastic to see him back. And the crowd responded brilliantly to him. And you know what? When the crowd sings and they get behind the team, Goodison's quite a difficult place for the opposition. And we haven't seen that or heard that this season. And, me and Ped were talking the other day about how important the crowd are in the preview. And we mightn't all love what's going on managerial-wise, but you know what? They're our team. And we mightn't love every player in our team, but we love the likes of Seamus Coleman. And we've got to pull this team through this period that it's in. Listen, let's get to the summer and see what's what. But we're only going to get to the summer and be able to progress if we're all there together. And the fans tonight, I thought, at times were absolutely magnificent. And the likes of Coleman, you see him at the end, staying on the pitch. Him and Walcott, actually, but Coleman on the pitch and giving it all out with the Everton bats because he loves it. He's made up to be out there. He gave everything he had. He must have been exhausted in them last 15, 20 minutes. I thought John Joe Kenny was coming on for him, to be honest. He was warming up. He looked like he was ready. He'd had his shorts and socks on. I thought Coleman's going to come off here because he's done over an hour. No, he was still there in the 70th minute sprinting, the 80th minute sprinting, and then that one in the 93rd, 4th minute was just incredible. It was the 94th. Absolutely incredible. And if he could have just had that little bit of energy to kick the ball straight, he'd have put Calvert-Lewin through. But, he just ran out of steam. But what a performance by the man. So, they're my 3 talking points from Everton 2, Leicester 1. It's lovely to win a football match. Make sure you check out the instant match reactions. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't, it takes a second. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you soon on Toffee TV. Up the Toffees.